It's 3 a.m. You wake up for no reason. The house is silent, and you need to walk to the kitchen for a glass of water. The lights are off. You know this house. You've walked this hallway 10,000 times. There is nothing here that wasn't here in the daylight. And yet, the moment your foot touches the dark floor, something in you tightens. Your eyes dart to the corners. Your heart speeds up. And when you finally flip the light switch, there's this tiny, embarrassing wave of relief. Like you just survived something. You're an adult. You know there's nothing there. So why does the dark still do this to you? Here's the thing nobody tells you. That fear isn't childish. It isn't weakness. It isn't something you failed to grow out of. That fear is the oldest, most loyal part of you doing exactly what it was built to do. And tonight, we're going to find out why it never left. Let's go back. Long before houses, before light switches, before fire was something you could count on. Picture your ancestors, not a caveman in a cartoon, but a real, living person, as real as you. They're lying on the ground as the sun goes down. And for them, the dark is not a cozy time to sleep. The dark is when the world stops belonging to them. Because here's what you have to understand. In the daylight, your ancestor was the clever one. They could see threats coming. They could read the landscape, spot movement, plan and escape. The day belonged to creatures with good eyes and sharp minds. And your ancestors had both. But when the sun went down, the rules flipped completely. In the dark, the things with better night vision took over. The things with bigger teeth. The things that could see you long before you could ever see them. At night, your ancestor went from the hunter to the hunted. From the smartest thing around to the softest, slowest, easiest meal on the menu. And the ones who survived the night, the ones who got to have children, who got to pass anything down to you, were not the brave ones. Let that sink in. The brave ones, the ones who shrugged and wandered off into the dark without a care. The ones who weren't bothered by that rustle in the bushes. They didn't make it. They got picked off, one by one, generation after generation, until their fearless bloodlines simply stopped. The ones who survived were the nervous ones, the jumpy ones, the ones who heard a twig snap and froze, who felt their heart pound and decided maybe, just maybe, to stay close to the fire tonight. You are not descended from the fearless. You are descended from the scared. Every single one of your ancestors, going back millions of years, was someone who was afraid of the dark and lived because of it. That fear is not a flaw in you. It's a trophy. It's proof that your line never lost. So now you understand the inheritance. But here's where it gets genuinely strange, because that ancient alarm system is still installed in you. Right now, tonight, in a world where it makes almost no sense anymore. Think about what actually happens when the lights go off. It's not really about the darkness itself. It's about what the darkness takes away. In the light, your brain is drinking in information constantly. Every shape, every shadow, every corner accounted for. You feel in control because you can see. But kill the lights, and suddenly your most trusted sense goes blind. And your brain absolutely hates not knowing. So it does something almost funny if it weren't so unsettling. It starts filling in the blanks for you. That coat on the chair becomes a figure standing in the corner. The creak of the house settling becomes footsteps. That shape in the doorway that you know, is just a door frame, becomes, for one cold second, something watching you. Your brain isn't broken when it does this. It's doing exactly what kept your ancestors alive. Because out in the wild, for hundreds of thousands of years, there was a simple rule. If you assume the shadow is a predator and you're wrong, you lose nothing but a little sleep. But if you assume the shadow is nothing and you're wrong, you're dead. So your brain learned to bet on the scary answer every single time. Better 1,000 false alarms than one fatal mistake. That's why the fear feels so real even when you know it's nonsense. The logical part of you, the modern part, is saying there's nothing there. But underneath it, running quietly, is a much older voice that has only one job: keep you alive till morning. And that voice does not care about your logic. It was here long before logic, and it is not interested in being reasoned with. Here's the part that might actually change how you see this. We tell kids to stop being afraid of the dark. We treat it like a phase, something to outgrow, a little glitch to fix. But you never really outgrow it. You just learn to override it. The fear is still there every night, humming underneath. You've just gotten good at walking through it. And that thing you do, feeling the fear and taking the step anyway, flipping off the light and getting into bed even as some ancient part of you screams, "Stay alert." That's not you being a coward who hasn't grown up. That's you doing something no other animal on Earth can do. You're feeling a 2 million-year-old survival instinct fire off in full force, recognizing it and choosing to ignore it. That's not weakness. That's the most human thing there is. So tonight, when you turn off the light and feel that little flicker, that prickle on the back of your neck, that urge to walk just a bit faster down the hall, don't be embarrassed by it. Don't tell yourself to grow up. Instead, maybe just notice it for what it really is. It's not a monster in the dark. It's a gift from every ancestor who was scared enough to survive the night so that one day you could exist. It's millions of years of survivors, all whispering the same thing through your racing heart. Be careful. Stay alive. Make it to morning, and every single morning that you wake up, you have. Just like they always did, the dark never had anything in it. But the fear of it, that's the reason you're here at all. So the next time you reach for that light switch a little too fast, smile a little. That's not a child being silly. That's the oldest survivor in the world, still keeping watch, still refusing to lose. Good night.